So, as some of you may know, we've been slowly getting back into gearing in Black Desert Online, and this is mostly due to G League coming back after AOS ends. This is coming in a couple months, so there's definitely still a lot of time to get a decent amount of gear and things done. G League has historically been one of my favorite pieces of content in Black Desert Online, but the most important thing is that it uses uncapped gear unlike most of the current PvP. Because of this, there finally is a reason for me to slowly get back into working on my PvP gear, which has been untouched for quite a long time. I basically have not touched my gear since Sovereign and Karazad came out, since there was basically no reason for me to do so. Funnily enough, my gear is essentially the exact same from what it once was when I did my video on gear progression. That video was released around in April, so it's almost been an entire year. Funnily enough, as long as my guildies don't watch this video, they'll be completely none the wiser. The reason for this is gear is essentially not used in any of the content that I do. I've never really PvE'd other than doing group content or trying to get treasure pieces, so AP doesn't really help me at all in that case. For the little bits of uncapped PvP that I have done in the past, it's mostly been on a DP set on my Shy, so again, no reason to really build AP gear for this case. The funny thing is, even though I've been node warring every week since that video was released a year ago, I really haven't needed to even update my gear at all, and it's been basically fine. Last G League rotation, my DP gear on my Shy was actually not that bad, and Karazad wasn't really even a thing yet, so people didn't really expect you to swap to DP Karazad gear. On top of that, I still don't really die that fast in uncapped PvP on my Shy, and with the axes not being as effective as they once were, it's not really that useful to stay alive that long on Shy anymore. That being said though, of course, because my gear is just so old, it's not really going to be that effective anymore, and it's definitely falling off. That's why I definitely want to update my DP set at least before G League comes out. On top of that, even though PvP is mostly capped, getting sovereign weapons is going to be nice for the reforges and is going to let me do a little more extra damage. So gearing is definitely going to be something that I really want to get back into. Now, in terms of silver, we actually do have a decent stockpile. The reason for this is we have been nodeware and sieging basically every week since my last video, and of course since fishing got extra buffed, we've definitely been fishing every day. The thing I really want to get back into is doing more life skill content like gathering and cooking, and maybe some alchemy. We may get back into doing some sort of PvE, especially for the treasure items that I haven't completed, but I've never really been that much of a PvEer, so we'll just have to see. So the big reason for this video is of course to announce that we're slowly getting back into BDO, and we're gonna be releasing some videos about my gearing progression. On top of that though, we still have two big things that I want to mention. The first one is that we're gonna start trying to stream a little bit more, especially when working on our Black Desert Online account. Of course, all our streams should be available on YouTube, and we'll also try to make them available on Twitch if you prefer watching streams there. I'll of course link my Twitch channel below, but it's just Kashira25, so look there if you're interested in that. Of course, the main point in streaming most of this content is just so I can get enough footage that will eventually become edited down into a YouTube video, so don't worry if you can't catch me live. Of course, we'll always have our VODs available on the YouTube live section, so if you miss something and want to watch it again, it'll definitely be there. For our first two Black Desert Online streams, we have two videos planned coming soon. One of them is going to be opening my enigmatic Shikatu boxes that I have saved since they were sold on the Pearl store. I never really got to open these since I took a little bit of a break after they all got released, but we still have a bunch of them to open. The second one will of course be opening the rest of my RNG boxes since I do have a lot of them lying around, and also organizing my Black Desert Online inventory. BDO does have more of a scattered inventory system, so there's a lot of silver that you can find when you organize your inventories. On top of that, of course, I'm more of a hoarder and I haven't really had a use for most of these items, so of course they are scattered in random places and we'll see what value we can find. With other games coming out that I'm also interested in, of course we'll also stream other things, not just Black Desert Online, so be aware of that. Now, the second big reason we released this video is to announce that we're making a Discord for this YouTube channel, mostly to ping when a new video or stream is coming out, or give additional information like if I'm going to be making a new video soon, or if I'm going to skip a week of the Pearl store since there's not really that many sales going on. If you're interested in whether or not I'm going to be making a video on a certain topic, or want to know if something is going to be skipped or not, joining the Discord server will definitely help you out. On top of that, we're going to be using it as a resource to try and get all the values we calculated for our RNG boxes into one easy place for people to see. Of course, this is still a work in progress, so if you do join it in the next couple of days, there might not be a lot of things yet, but it is something we're working on. Of course, on top of that, we're going to have different channels where you can ask other community members or myself if you have any questions, since YouTube comments are always a little bit weird and I may not be able to read every YouTube comment. I'll definitely be able to see anything you write on Discord since it gives me a notification no matter what. But that's basically it for the Discord server. Of course, it's still work in progress, so things can change, but if you want to get notified for a new livestream, new content, or any updates on certain things, that'll definitely be the place to go. But that being said, that's basically it for this video. We have a new series coming out, which is going to be me gearing for PvP and other content, along with live streaming on YouTube and Twitch with a new Discord server. Definitely some interesting content coming out, so do watch out for that. It's always fun trying out some new things, so there might be some weird videos coming soon, who really knows. But that's basically it. I hope you all learned something from this video, and I do hope to see you all next time.